My name is Shahira Gardner. I'm co-founder of Finch, a financial app for your social life that allows you to pay friends, split bills, run group tabs without BSBs, and track your social spending in one place. I lived in San Francisco for a couple of years and worked in tech PR. So I worked across lots of different technologies, founders and startups in general, and loved it. I always knew that I would continue working in tech, and not surprised that I landed in starting a startup myself, but really grateful that the opportunity presented itself in Australia when I came back. So after moving back to Australia, my co-founder and I discovered that a lot of the apps that we loved and got used to using in the US, particularly around personal finance, was yet to arrive in Australia. So we identified a pretty exciting opportunity in the market, and obviously being millennials ourselves and customers ourselves, we noticed that there was a disconnect between what the millennial audience wanted and what the banks were able to offer. So what we did was we went out, spoke to a lot of different customers, tried to understand the problem and validate the problem as best we can. We then proceeded to build an MVP in April of last year and launched in July of last year. So the Australian banking landscape has been dominated by the big four banks, as you well know, and so one of the challenges we face is obviously collaboration with the banks and financial services in general. On the customer front, one of the challenges we face as a result of the banks having the monopoly is how do you build trust as a financial services brand without being a bank. So that's something that we think very hard about and try to establish that trust and rapport and transparency with our customers very early on. So my greatest achievement so far was raising $2.25 million in seed capital in 6 weeks, and we did that within 3 months of launching last year, which we're super proud about.
That's incredible.
My favourite thing about the industry is that in fintech, it's an incredibly new space here in Australia, and we have the advantage to follow in the footsteps and learn from what we've seen work in global markets. So the exciting thing about the fintech space here in Australia is the regulation that's coming about to support fintechs and startups like ourselves to, for the first time ever, compete in the Australian banking landscape. The idea that you get to do something or build something that's never been done before is daunting and challenging, but incredibly rewarding when you get it right. And to have the opportunity to build things that customers actually want and customers actually pay for is really fulfilling. So my advice to women is get out there and find your tribe, connect with communities, network with as many people as you can. Oftentimes you'll find that you're not as isolated as you think you are when you find other people who've gone through similar challenges and similar situations who can help provide some of that mentoring and advice and support as you go through that yourself.